TV family, catch us live on your TV screens.
If you've just tuned in, you are listening and watching the one and only Ekse here on Cape Town TV. And I'm sitting in studio, virtually, of course, with the one and only Dean Dickinson from NASC, South Africa. Dean, welcome to the studio.
Good to see you. Good to be with you guys.
At least, even though you're here virtually, it's the silver lining of technology that we still get to have you in studio, even if it's on a Zoom call.
Absolutely.
So I want to jump straight into it. So NASC South Africa is your baby. I know it was something that started all the way back in 2017. Tell me, what is NASC South Africa? And straight after that, we'll jump into how exactly it started.
NASC South Africa is it's a smart mask that we import from Hong Kong. It's the latest technology that is available out there. It's an antiviral, antibacterial mask made out of nanofibers.
So then I know there's quite a backstory to how this mask sort of became a part of your entrepreneurial life. What was that journey like for you?
Back in 2017, I had my dad was battling with diabetes and he was in and out of hospitals, needed water, and I saw a need for a product that you could use to give a patient water in bed. And I thought about using a drip bag and then putting that with a bike nozzle or bike valve that you could attach to your wrist. And whilst looking for the product, I teamed up with a friend of mine who had been offered the rights to NASC in South Africa. And at that stage, he said that he wasn't really able to promote the product, and would I be interested in going to see the hospitals if I was already going into that sort of field. And we took it on, and little did we know how difficult it was going to be to get a mask into the industry. At the time, we knew it was a mask, or I knew them as masks, but they're actually respirators. And it's taken us about 3 years to sort of get to where we are today. And having COVID has also been a curse. Anyone thinking that selling masks during COVID was easy was very, very mistaken. We actually couldn't get products during COVID. Getting them from Hong Kong to South Africa has been the biggest challenge. And the price point on our mask, being the cutting edge of mask technology, has made it quite restrictive because we've got limited budgets in Africa.
It sounds like it's been quite an emotional and logistical journey for you, getting into NASC South Africa and sort of going through the notions. What would you think, you said you started this in 2017, so you started this before masks were such a common everyday thing in our lives, especially here in South African cultures. And I know that, nowadays we're all wearing masks and everybody knows why. Where's your mind been at since then? I mean, you were in the mask industry well before it became such a common thing with COVID. So where's your mind at now?
It's been a big challenge being an expensive mask. We've got probably about 3,000 companies that opened up selling masks, or manufacturing companies in China alone, from January to March of last year. So the competition has become phenomenal. We've had to jump through all the hoops, get all the certifications that most masks don't have, and there's been a lot of fraudulent grey imports coming into South Africa, which has been the biggest challenge for both the authorities and for companies like myself that have got a valid product, that have got SAPRA licensing, and trying to get into the market. And it's unfortunately been prostituted and not very well governed because of the volume of masks and the desperation of people to get their hands on masks. There's been a lot of grey imports coming to the country, and a lot of people have seen the opportunity of bringing in masks and burnt their fingers by bringing in millions and millions and millions of masks on the promises of hundreds of millions worth of mask orders. And these have fallen flat. There's container loads and warehouses all around South Africa now full of masks that guys can't sell because they've got the wrong certification or the market is saturated.
It's so interesting to hear, we're so quick to buy a mask wherever, but you've pointed out something really, really important, and that is that it's, there are so many restrictions and regulations and verifications and different processes for a mask to be legit and for it to actually help you and to actually work, and do what it's meant to. So my last question is, if anybody's, fascinated about these masks and they want to get one for themselves or their families or their company, how do they go about reaching out to you?
Got this website, nask.co.za, and all the information is on the site. They're welcome to contact us direct. And we aim to service mainly the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry, as well as the mining industry. We're busy with our NRCS certification at the moment. As I said, we have got SAPRA certification, but the masks are available. We either import them directly for the client, where they import FOB Hong Kong, or we do carry a limited stock in South Africa where they can buy them directly from us.
I think this has been such an important conversation and really interesting. It's a reminder to myself that I shouldn't just buy just any mask, that I should actually do some research,
Sure.
Especially, with companies like your company, NASK South Africa. And I want to thank you so much
Sure.
for educating us today and being in touch with us and joining us on the show.
Siyabakhuthaza Tasmalimani bayela qaza Tafale qaza Idripsa siyabalimaza Siyabakhuthaza Tasmalimani bayela qaza Tafale qaza Idripsa siyabalimaza Pop in my belly in Africa, schedule my calendar in Canada, order my shoes in America, focus on digital cameras, capture every moment, everything is awesome, blossom will take us to heaven, dog. I got these ocean that greedy before me to catch the attention is savage, dog, and my phantom, it's platinum, that's what I want in my teeth, that's what I want in my wrist, that's what I want in my dick. I've been looking for peace, I've been praying to ease, I've been praying to kill, yo. I'm a black colored, well, like a Muslim. I'm been reducing my language, dog. Extant fasting the vocal hard, and I'm doing it once in a decade, bro. And Phantom is the only anthem I get to practice with through my chapter. Discipline elders, I'll be the character. My laughter is my protection.
JJ Prime with Siyabakhuthaza. Not only that, it reminds me of my homeboy after champ. So shout out to JJ Prime.
Shout out. Guys, we still have a lot more coming up on the show today, so please make sure that you keep it locked. Do not move a muscle, because the Ekse Live is open. After the break, we're going to be discussing everything that has to do with music. Umo Fiction is in the house. Is going to be doing a performance and just taking us through a musical journey. What has it done? What has it achieved? And I perform and what is it actually about?
Yes, that is titled Abanda Bafani. And you guys, all you have to do, interact with us. Please send us a voice note 074-6500-202. Right
and
now,
let us know how you're spending your spring day. Please, as simply, but let's see.
CTV family.